Hi, welcome. My name is Mark Hume, and if you're new to the channel, I do a bit of landscape photography, a bit of drone footage, bits and bobs of all sorts photography related, and occasionally when I can be bothered I take my vlogging gear with me and kind of show you what I'm up to. If you are a kind of regular subscriber, welcome back, it's been a while, and if you're new to the channel, don't be put off by this. Please stick with me, and if you like it, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Right, there's the plug out the way. So, where am I and what am I doing tonight? Well, it's a lovely summer's evening. It's 6:30 in the evening. I've just finished work and kind of driven up into the Northumberland Hills. So for anybody that knows the area, it's Simonside Hills around Rothbury. And I came up here for a few reasons. One of those reasons was to take some nice images of the heather and the various rocks, although looking around me I've got a horrible feeling that I may have come about a week too late because it's past its best. Where the sun's kind of been on it, it's dried up a bit. In the shade it's still quite nice, but those exposed bits aren't as purpley as I would have liked, but not to worry, still lovely to be out. The second reason is I was kind of hoping to see if I could get a nice sunset. Sunset tonight's about 9 o'clock, and should hopefully get that nice evening light before then, and then you never know, a nice sunset to top it off. Looking at the forecast, it said it was kind of partial cloud and sun, but it looks a beautiful blue sky, albeit hazy day tonight, so I'm not sure that's going to happen, but we'll see. And then if I have the energy after that, because I've already hiked an hour from the car, which is way back there, there's the potential of a full moon rising, a kind of sturgeon moon, I think they call it, the last full moon, big close moon of the year. So if I can figure out where that's rising at what time, maybe get a good shot there. Failing that, there's possibility, if I could really stay out till it gets dark, of some astrophotography and a meteor shower, although the full moon will make that a bit challenging. So anyway, come with me and enjoy, and we'll see what happens. Right, got a little bit of time, not a lot, but a little bit of time before the sun gets a bit lower, because still the light is a bit harsh. I've already realised that I'm going to have to be careful with my shadow. The lower the sun gets, obviously the longer my shadow gets and the more it's going to get in the frame, so that'll be interesting. But first composition of today is that little rock stack there with the hills in the distant background, which you can probably just make out on this. Where's my finger? Over there. The rocks there. The camera is focusing on the heather at the front. Kind of got a reasonably short, shallow depth of field just to kind of make the background bokeh a bit. And it's a nice shot, nothing amazing, but it's just good starting. What I'm really trying to do is kind of figure out some good compositions, so when the light gets a bit better, hopefully, I'll not be running around like an idiot. So let's see what this one looks like. I've got a polarizer on the front, just kind of to try and take out some of the glare because it's a bit hazy, and increase the contrast and boost the saturation a little bit in the heather, and that's it really. Let's see what it looks like. See the challenge I'm going to have with my shadow tonight? So just moved away from the cliff edge a bit, and just some patches of heather where they're in the dips and it's a bit more boggy, got more colour than the ones that's obviously been scorched by the sun. So just trying a very simple composition here with using this fence There's a kind of leading line, a bit of an obvious cliche, but kind of just going out towards the mountains with the heather in the background. Very simple, not a lot to it. Just kind of moved on from where I was earlier, which is way up there. There's a couple of families come along, which is nice, but I don't really want to be doing commentary when they're sitting there. They did offer me a beer though, that was kind. But since I've got a few more hills to climb, I didn't really fancy, but all the same, very nice. Right, let's see how this photo turns out. Do you know, it's funny, sometimes you can come to the most beautiful places, but it's kind of, you can't get a photograph. That's a bit sounds silly, but wherever I look, there's views for miles, lovely rolling hills, heather, little villages. I can even see the coast in the distance, but I'm really struggling for a strong composition. Happens sometimes, not the end of the world. Just keep having a look. If you don't get any, it doesn't really matter, you still had a nice day out. But yeah, it is funny. I find a lot when I get up high, you get great views 360, but you can't really capture that in a camera. If you go really wide, everything looks small and you kind of lose the sense of scale. I suppose you could zoom in and do a massive panorama, but even then it's not the same as being there. I'll show you an example. So I don't know if you can see on this, but in the distance there's the hills, and they just look spectacular to me, but on a wide angle lens like this they'll just be a little dot, and if you zoom in you'll miss all the heather in the foreground and everything else. But it is literally 360 views everywhere. Never been up this far, so I'm not really sure where I'm going. Nothing else, it's a good scout out for another time. Put it in the calendar for this time next year, but a week earlier. Right, what we got around here? So, made it to the summit. Tired, thirsty, hot. It's 8 o'clock at night, so there's about an hour before the sun dips below the horizon, so the light's beautiful now, so I'm going to make the most of it and take as many shots as I can, and then we'll see what happens when it gets later. Them clouds that turned up seem to have disappeared, so we'll make a nice orange sky, but we certainly aren't going to get some glorious sunset. But hey, I'm happy with this, it's good. So composition will be foreground, this beautiful heather right in front of me, which is about 1.5 feet from the camera, so focus stacking yet again, and then just you'll see in the background there the top. So pretty simple, again, landscape, not much more than that. Timer 2 seconds just so I don't wobble the tripod. 1 focusing on the heather at the front, and probably just 1 at the back. F11, this timer now. Yay! Made it! Ooh. I knew that wasn't going to work. Fail. It's quite nice there, doesn't it? Don't know what I can get, which angle on that. Can't see the scale of that, but that's rather large. That's probably about 4 or 5 stories high. Well, that was all a bit of a mad rush. Got here, got set up, sun went lovely and golden, didn't have time to do any vlog, just ran around like a loony trying to take some photos. Here's the photos, but it was fun. As you can see, it's got a bit cold now, so I think I'll start making my way a bit closer to the car so I don't have to go miles in the dark, and find a good place to see what it does post sunset.